Hey everybody, welcome to In the Queue for 2024. This is our interim recording that we do between our live sessions, and this is episode 4. And our title for today, our theme, is going to be Truth is Stranger Than Fiction. Funny enough, I think you're going to probably agree with that by the end of this episode. We're going to try, there's a lot of stuff to cover, so we're going to try and be quick and dirty here so we can cover everything we got to talk about. This is going to be more of a kind of a news thing and a warning about IoT devices. IoT devices are called Internet of Things. That's what IoT stands for, where you know how us IT people love to be the king of acronyms. IoT devices are things like your Ring doorbell, your video cameras in your house, your Alexa, any kind of a smart device. It could be your lights, it could be your garage door opener, remote doors, anything that is attached to the internet that is used for a kind of specialized function, smart home devices, things like that. So we're going to tell you a true and strange story about how a bad actor hijacked over 3 million IoT devices. And boy, are you going to be surprised what they were. I never would have thought about this in a million years. Also, smart TVs. So, all of us have these smart TVs, like I have LG smart TVs, I have Roku's. Those are Internet of Things. Those are IoT devices. Very important to keep those updated. So I'm going to share with you a few things this morning. And by the way, a couple of announcements. So we have another live session for In the Queue coming up on February 20th. You can see right here we have about 34 people registered for it. We're going to have the banner up for what we're going to be talking about on that day. You'll see that banner up later today, so definitely go check it out and sign up. Those are always fun and interesting. We have different people every time. We have an average of about 30 to 35 people that show up, even though we have twice to 3 times that registered, but that seems to be about the normal amount. And we have some really good discussions. Really had some really great feedback over the last couple of weeks about how we conduct these. And they're meant to be, live discussions about these topics as opposed to recorded content like we're doing today. So I hope you check it out and join us. It's hosted by myself. We do bring guests on from time to time. And we also have a special event that is going to be announced through the group here and nationwide. We are doing a national, this is going to be an Alignable education event. And it is going to be on February 28th at 1 p.m. Central Time. It's being promoted by Alignable as part of their education series. We did one of these about a month and a half ago. We had such a great response. We're doing it again. This time, the title for it is going to be, Why Are You Falling for the Myth of Antivirus? And going to be a really good one, a high impact. We're going to be talking about our main points are going to be, why are you still using antivirus, as it does nothing to protect you against hackers? 2, we're going to talk about what a real solution looks like, a cybersecurity solution, and all the elements that incorporate that. And then we're going to talk about how you can get protected in a day. And also take advantage of some of the benefits that are offered, not by by us, but also other companies as well. But CyberGuard is a very unique product, and we definitely are wanting you guys to learn more about it. So at the end of the education series, we're going to talk about how you guys can get a special discount on that. But it's pretty cool. We're hoping to see you guys there. We had about 100 people last time. It was a really great session. February 28th. 1 p.m. Central Time. Set your calendar. You'll see it announced very shortly. There'll be stuff being promoted nationally across Alignable by I think the beginning of next week. They usually start about 2 weeks out. So definitely be looking out for it. All right, so getting into our news, I was talking about IoT devices. I want to talk about some of this stuff here, some of the breaches and things that have happened. There are 2 big things that have happened. So I'm going to talk about these IoT devices first. The IoT devices, there was a news article that hit my desk week before last, and it totally blew my mind. I had no idea that this would be something people would use for an attack, but apparently a bad actor, a hacker, had infiltrated or infected over 3 million smart toothbrushes. I couldn't make this up if I tried. And they used it to conduct a very large DDoS attack, that's a denial of service attack, against enterprise targets. I have never in my life heard of such an event. I've heard of them hijacking other types of IoT devices, but I have to admit that toothbrushes are a first. I didn't even know they made live, smart toothbrushes. I wouldn't imagine what you'd want a smart toothbrush to do for you, but apparently they do make them, and there's about 3 million of them around, and somebody hijacked 3 million of them to conduct hacker attacks. Isn't that crazy? So new stuff coming out. Bank of America warns they basically had a vendor attack that breached customer data, or they're saying could have, but based on what we heard, it did. If you are a Bank of America customer, I would highly suggest you contact them and find out if your information was included in that breach. Another big financial thing was, and it's not on this chart, but we'll talk about it, is the U.S. credit union services. These are banking services, vendors that provide services to credit unions, like online banking and things like that. I'm not sure specifically of all their services, but apparently they had a breach that breached millions of client accounts for several different credit unions. And that happened about 2 weeks ago. I am a credit union customer. I contacted mine, and luckily my credit union does not use them, so I felt very lucky in that. But if you are a credit union customer, I highly suggest you contact them and ask them if they use U.S. credit union services. If they do, it's a very good possibility your information has been compromised, and you need to see what you need to do to change passwords, things like that, if it was affected. A little scrolling there. So let's go back up. We're going to talk about a couple things. All right. So we're going to talk about, for instance, let's go right up. Where is it? Facebook Marketplace. 200,000 Facebook Marketplace user records were leaked onto a hacking forum this week. And this basically, I don't know exactly what was exposed. It looks like phone numbers, email addresses. So beware of scams or calls or texts incoming from people you are not aware of. Exercise zero trust. In other words, do not trust it. You don't know what it is, delete it. When we come across here, hackers actually used a Windows Defender 0 Day to drop malware of all things. They used this is why I don't believe in antivirus products, true cybersecurity solutions. Antivirus is just, and we go into this, we're going to talk about this on February 28th, but it just is based off 20-year-old thinking, and we really need to be more aware of that kind of stuff. Prudential had its network breached. Boy, we had some big stuff over the last couple of weeks. Let's see, Trans-Northern Pipeline was investigating an Alpha V ransomware hack. Now, these are the guys responsible for going after like MGM and Caesars, and they are a state actor. They made Alpha V, Black Cat. That's such a problem that the government is actually offering in fact, I was going to find it. I think it might be on this page or the prior page. They're actually offering a $15 million ransom to to anybody that gives them information leading to that. And you can see, I mean, this is just a tip of the news that comes in, but it is absolutely crazy. Here it is. U.S. offers up to $15 million for tips for Alpha V ransomware gang. These guys are causing disruptions into actually infrastructure like water, gas, electricity, and also they got into the actual State Department and DOD. So bad stuff. These guys are some really bad actors. There's so much stuff that happens. North Korean hackers are really, they're actually in a lot of different things, but half of our stuff is coming from North Korea, Russia right now. We're seeing a lot of stuff from there. But I wanted to kind of talk about these things because somebody came up to me last week, and I want to bring this up in this, and it's kind of a random topic. It wasn't really planned to be part of today, but it popped into the back of my head for some reason, so I'm going to say it. There's lots of people and lots of services they're going to tell you they're going to monitor the dark web for your information, okay? And that is a great feature. Well, you know what? Everybody's information is on the dark web, okay? If you have a cell phone by any major provider in the United States, your information is already there, okay? If you banked with any of the major banks, your information is already there. Almost every major company that services consumers is experiencing a major breach. So your information being on the dark web, it's already there. Just exercise good password control. What I mean by that is use different passwords for different things. Use different passwords for your financial than you do for your email, different for your social media that you do for your email and everything else. And do not use don't trust password managers, my friends. Figure out a way for you to remember these things and do it in a way that is not something that can be stolen or taken away from you. And right now they're finding many, many apps that are posing as security products. They're posing as password managers, optimizers, other things on both iOS, that's Apple, and on Android devices out of the store that has been stealing millions of people's information for the last 2 or 3 years because they have not really been doing a really good job at securing applications or making sure people are who they say they are, and they are hiding malware in their applications that steal information. So only put on your phone what you absolutely need and be very, very careful about your passwords. All right. Don't use easy passwords. Don't use the same passwords for everything, and change them at least every 90 days. All right. In some way, shape, or degree that makes them harder to find out. That's all I'm going to cover with you guys today because we got a lot of stuff going on. We got a live episode next week. We got a national event on the 28th. We invite you to be a part of both of those events and join us. It's going to be a lot of fun. And we in both of these, we take live questions. We bring you into these conversations, and we really want to know about your concerns in relation to your business. And we want to help answer those and help give you some good guidance. So thanks for watching. We'll catch you next week.
Hi, I'm Robert with AIO Integrations. We provide top-of-the-line cybersecurity solutions. Don't be fooled. There are numerous digital threats that can destroy your company's ability to do business. Hacks, ransomware, employee error, and nefarious actors can take your business down. For some reason, people have been sold the myth that antivirus protects them from hackers. Nothing could be further from the truth. The fact is that hackers don't hack networks in small business, they hack people. And then they infiltrate and do what they need to do after they have already gained access through people. But people are their first and most reliable way to get into your business. AIO CyberGuard not only protects your business by monitoring it 24/7 for threats and protecting your endpoints, but we train your employees on how to recognize those threats very easily, and we protect your business with a $1 million financial protection plan. You need to ensure that your business stays in business. We make sure that it does.